Alright, look, you have to be fast. Like, the faster you are, the more you can get done. And it's not about rushing into things, it's about very smart and very efficiently doing the things you already do. At the moment of recording this, I'm 23 years old, but I have a decade of experience in this game. Literally, like, I'm ahead of most people. I'm literally faster than most people on this planet when it comes to using a computer or a laptop. And it's a skill. It's literally a skill. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you my world-class productivity stack because there are just some quick tools that I use that make my life so much easier. I initially shared this with my team and I was like, hey, I love these things. You should check it out as well so you can be more efficient. I'm going to explain to you all about it in this video, so let's get started with it. The first big thing is you need to organize your workspace. And there's a few things. For me personally, I have multiple screens. Like, that's the first thing. I feel extremely disabled if I have to work on one laptop screen. Now, this is because I'm used to this, right? But if you have the opportunity, please allow yourself to get an additional screen. Get a huge wide monitor. I have two ultra wide 34-inch screens, two of them. And I have my laptop screen of 70-inch. That's about 2 meters in screens. It's quite big. It's really a lot. I even saw they have like foldable screens so you can travel and you can put it on your laptop and it folds out 2 additional screens. Like, go for that stuff. Like, that's great. Second thing is dedicated browsers. On a daily basis, I use 3 different browsers. Seriously. I use Google Chrome, I use Brave, and I use Opera. One of them I use for more like a casual, personal, entertainment type of thing. The other one I specifically use for one company. The other one I use for some other projects. I organize so much by having bookmarks in my browser. And because I use multiple browsers, it makes things organized. And these are all the small notes, like we're just getting started. The last thing is having a work or project specific email. Just create a new Gmail, an Outlook, or just a company email, but have a separate email for specific projects. It's going to make your life easier. Here's where it's going to get exciting. So, there's a few things I use that are extremely helpful. Extremely helpful. First things first, on my mobile phone, I use focus mode automatically. What it does is that I enable a time within my day, certain recurring time block, where I shut off notifications. I don't have to go to my phone and do this. No, it's automatically done. Super easy. In addition to that, I also have a sleep mode. So at every certain time when I like to wake up and when I go to bed, I have the sleep mode enabled. So no notifications, don't see anything, makes it clear. Now, we're jumping into technical stuff right now. So first of all, a password manager. This is absolutely necessary. You have to have a password manager. And yes, it's a big thing for security, but moreover, it makes your life so much easier. Now, I'm speaking from a position where I'm doing all these technical things and I'm always online, so it's a little bit different, perhaps for you, but still, this is a must. Now, you don't have to pay for it. I do encourage you to do so. I use NordPass. There's so many tools out there, but it's just going to make your life easier. One of the things I did as well is help my parents set up a password manager. I wanted to make sure that, their stuff is organized because a lot of people aren't really that organized, or some older people from my perspective wouldn't directly be that familiar with these things. So it's actually a great thing, like on a serious note, to help your parents and set it up for them, right? And make sure that these things are organized and if something happens, you always have access as well. The other thing is the calendar. I'm using an app called Morgan Calendar, which I extremely love. Been using it for almost 1 year right now. It's paid, it's a small payment, but it's absolutely amazing. I have about 4 different calendar accounts, and Morgan Calendar is the only tool I found that allows me to have these multiple calendars in one place, right? So I super love that. Now we're going to jump in these a little bit. First of all, NordPass going to look like this. It's kind of my recommendation tool here, but it's a super, super big thing. I just checked before this video, and I have literally a little bit over 600 passwords, which is quite crazy, right? But it's a great thing because you can store your personal information, your company addresses, your credit cards, secret notes, all these type of things. So it's super, super useful. For Morgan Calendar, I super like the fact that you have multiple calendars, but also, and this is extremely huge, you can put tasks inside of the calendar. So something I always did was all right, tomorrow check this, today check this. But now I can have like a checkbox in my calendar, like an actual task. And it's amazing. It's really good. Super good. Alrighty. Now, next part is screenshots and recordings. Look, I'm a little bit savvy in these things. I have 3 different tools I use to make screenshots, literally. But I'm going to explain to you why, because there's actually 4 that I mainly use, and I'll give you the insight to all of them. First of all, there's Fireshot. Fireshot I use inside of my browser because it allows me to make an entire screenshot of a full website page. I always use this because, naturally we made websites, always don't design things. So if you do this, it's a free extension. You just click entire page and it makes a screenshot of the entire page. Extremely great. Second thing is Lightshot. Lightshot is on your actual laptop, on your PC, and I super love this because it allows you to make a screenshot and you can do it super easily, like a square box. Like you can drag the red box and you can put an arrow to it, so it makes it super efficient to be clear. Whenever you send over a screenshot to somebody, it's directly clean, directly professional, and super easy. Then there's awesome screen recording. This is basically a Loom alternative. I super like this tool because it's just a little bit more simplified. It's also a much lower pricing plan. They even have 25 videos, I believe, for free. So if you want to use that, you can just go ahead and use the free version. But it works super good as well. And just sending over videos to people is so easy. Alright, now, when we come with the text enhancement tools, there's a few things I'm using here. Obviously, Grammarly. English isn't my first language, so sometimes it's just super easy to have that additional support, right? So I use Grammarly, automatically helps me with grammar. Since yesterday, I've been using this app called Whisperflow, which is absolutely amazing. I'm going to tell you about it shortly. And then the second thing, I don't know what's possible for Mac, but Windows Power Tools as well, which is super great. So let's dive into these as well. Grammarly, quite straightforward. You can directly write something and it helps you improve the text, things like that. Windows Power Tools, you can just look up a YouTube on how to do this. You can do a setting and it will allow you to copy text at any place. There used to be such a long time where you could never do this. Now you can do this with ChatGPT, with Grok, and now it's easier. But there used to be a long time where you couldn't copy text if it wasn't selectable. Now, there's still a workaround. I super like this. So on my side, I just do Control Windows T, boom, and I can copy the actual text, right? It's a small thing here, super useful. This Whisperflow app is absolutely amazing. What it allows me to do is it allows me to speak and it writes and it improves it with AI. It's phenomenal. It's super great. I even use it on my phone a lot, not this app, but very often on my phone. I use the keyboard and I actually hold the microphone so that it notes my word. So I don't have to send a voice message because sometimes a voice message, it's not that nice for people. So I just speak and it uses the keyboard for me. Super useful. Now with Whisperflow, I can do that on my laptop too. So I hold Control and Alt on my keyboard and I speak and I write and it puts it in the chat, whether that's on Telegram, whether that's on YouTube, whether that's on whatever type of application. It's extremely great. Super love this one. Now, meetings, digital calls. Few things you have to be aware of, right? A lot of times right now when I have calls, there's 2 scenarios that come up. One is somebody doesn't have an AI note-taking tool, and I see them writing things down. And look, I agree. It's good to note things down, especially physically. Like, it's very great because it allows you to memorize it. I really believe in that. But it's just not always the most convenient thing. The second scenario I see is that I'm in a call with 3 people and there's like 3 AI tools as well. It's super funny. Anyways, this is great. You have to set this up. You don't have to pay for these things. In fact, pretty much everything I'm sharing in this video is free. You just have to make sure that you're recording your calls. That way, you have the actual call recorded. There's an AI transcript and it automatically has your notes. I use Fathom, super love it, amazing, great product. Completely for free. You can pay for a better version as well, but it's completely for free. It has the actual AI in the call and it records it, and you afterwards have the notes and you can ask the questions and you have the transcript. It's super great. Now, here's a super big element, which is Notion. I use Notion for so much. I use it to organize my business. I use it to organize my personal goals. I habit track through it. There's so many things I use Notion for, and it's quite complex, but super easy at the same time. Meaning, you can do so many things with it, but it's super simple to actually use it. Now, what I'm sharing here as well is a resource that we have in our Brad Page resources portal. This is a free portal on the website where we have a ton of videos and guides and useful stuff. And inside of this, there's an operating system template that you can just download for free. And it will allow you to have some sort of this overview where you can directly insert your company information, your links. It's kind of like an easy setup for organizing your business online. Super love this, super useful. When it comes to creating content, if you are recording video, and especially if you're doing some sort of virtual podcasting, Riverside is a must. Like, it's a super great tool. I'm pretty sure there's some other great tools as well out there, but I super love Riverside because if you do actual recordings of videos, I'm using Riverside right now at this moment. It's a very great way because it also allows you to make clips out of it and things like that. Super great. I think it's the best if you do virtual podcasts as well. Then the last tool is Gamma. This is the tool I'm using right now to create these slideshows for my videos. It's great. You can import a PDF, you can import text. It makes these slideshows works extremely well. This is literally a screenshot from Gamma in Gamma. So, quite good. All right. Last digital focus is AI assistance. I personally love Grok. I think it's better than ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT as well, but I tend to use Grok a lot more. What I really like to do is to be able to talk to it because it's so convenient, right? So I open up Grok on my phone and I click on the speak icon and it literally allows me to talk. Grok also is now in Telegram, so if you're using Telegram a lot, you can very easily just chat on Telegram and use Grok and ask questions. Super great. You can also go a step further and try to find ways to use this in your workflow and all these things, but just as a standard to use Grok or ChatGPT is a big thing to be more efficient and be faster. The last thing, and this is something not digitally focused at all, but it's a smart environment. One of the best purchases I made in the last few months, and I had this before, but I just had to buy it again, different apartment, things like that. So the thing is smart lighting. Lamps in your ceiling, in your home, in your bedroom, in your office, where you can choose the color of it, you can change it. It's super, super great. Some of the reason this is so great is because, first of all, if you're spending your entire day, you could say that in the evening you're dimming your light, so it just gets a little bit darker, which makes you a little bit more used to going to sleep. Like, it's just a great way to do, right? Also, something to do as well, which is extremely great, is you can set up these lamps to enable to start at a specific time. So what I do, let's say I have my alarm clock at 6 a.m., my lights go on at 1. So that way my alarm goes off and instantly my lights go on as 2. It's amazing. Like, these are small things, but it just is a great thing to do. All right, so that's basically it. Those are all the tools and all the ideas and all the things I do to genuinely be faster than most people. You can check this out. You can go through the links. There's some affiliate links included here as well. I link them below as well. Go check it out. Let me know if it helps. To me, this is a big thing. To me, this is actually the daily small interactions that just improve your life. Anyhow, thank you so much for being here and have a wonderful day.